on this episode of Frozen Gold.
You don't have the knowledge to even be out here.
What the heck, man? We need bigger toys than this.
It starts and ends with me, and I'm at a loss as to what to do.
If gold was easy to find, everybody would do it, right?
As our planet warms, ice melts, and glaciers retreat, new ground is being uncovered in Greenland. 6 determined American miners have traveled thousands of miles in search of one thing: gold. In this dangerous terrain, everything is on the line as they attempt to make a fortune.
This is a dream come true.
One step closer to Greenland gold.
After arriving in Greenland to begin their epic mining mission, Ray and his team had a disastrous start. They lost 11 days to COVID quarantine.
Well, hell's bells, ain't this a real kick in the ass?
And Ray had to bargain hard to secure a good enough deal for the rights to mine.
30%.
Is there a chance you'd possibly go 25%?
If you rebuild my camp, we have a deal.
Having overcome the obstacles, they are finally at the mining claim on the banks of Unaktak Fjord in southern Greenland. And team leader Ray is up early to survey the land that will make or break his team's dreams of finding a fortune in gold.
Wow, this is beautiful. You know, it's hard to imagine that at some point in time in Greenland, we would be under, 200 feet ice, 300 feet ice. The ice field completely covering these mountains. So that glacier carved that mountain off and put all the rock right here. Man, millions and millions of yards of dirt that could be full of gold, just full of gold. I'm not a hard rock miner. I'm not going inside that mountain. I'm waiting for the ice and everything to bring the gold and the dirt to me. About the most environmentally friendly way of ever doing it. I'm not going to make Greenland dirty. I'm going to make it clean as possible. There's definitely gold here, but where it's at, we just have to get out here and start sniffing around and find it.
The team is preparing for its first day on the claim, and miners Ray, Elley, Christian, Eric, Kimberly, and Tiffany are determined to go home with gold in their pockets. As they join forces, they've agreed that whatever they pull out of the ground will be split equally between them, and they are eager to get going.
Morning, Christian.
Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Morning, Eric. Kim, Tiff. Morning, Elley. How you guys doing?
Oh, rough night, but it's okay.
What do you guys got in mind for doing today? I mean, this is really our first chance to get out here and start breaking ground.
Well, you brought the twins and I out here to do prospecting, and that's what we're gonna do.
I want to go to the very end of the claim and work my way back down.
Just gold panning, or?
Probably have a backpack full of toys and
Okay.
go over there and play.
That's exactly what I need to hear.
I am not trying to get any mosquitoes in my lip gloss or my eyelashes.
What's wrong with a little bit of Greenlandic protein? Come on, man.
Oh, no. I also got an idea about checking out the eastern end of the Nanortalik Gold Belt. The ice sheet's been receding so much due to global warming, and there's new rock that's exposed.
Well, that's all part of the program.
I'd like to take Eric back with me just to run around and
Sure.
and help find some stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. We'll go ahead and
Awesome.
keep exploring our options. Well, this is all ours to play with there. We've got the rest of the season until the snowballs hit us. Let's see if we can find some gold, guys.
Sounds good.
All right,
Man, let's
come
find
on,
it.
let's go. To finally be here, it's a joy. It's going to be a life-changing experience one way or the other. Some people would definitely be daunted by the project. Is it going to be easy? Oh, hell no.
Without heavy machinery, Ray and his team of gold miners won't be able to dig gold out of the tough Greenlandic terrain. So vehicle specialist Christian's first task is to get the team's newly acquired excavator up and running.
You can prospect on a claim with just a pan and a shovel, but we need to get on and mine it. Out here, we need machines and equipment, and they're hard to come by in Greenland.
This is my first time seeing this little X. I think we're gonna name her Little Susie. She's been sitting for a whole year out here, so she's gonna need a lot of little tender love and care. And we just got to make sure everything has grease. We're definitely going to be working the heck out of little Susie.
It's frustrating here. I'm the machine guy, and this excavator's all we got. We need to get our hands on better equipment, at least ones that aren't rusted like this piece of junk.
Last thing you want to do is break something out here, because man, I'll tell you what, we don't have a hardware store or automotive shop or even a mechanic nearby. All right, let's get to work.
While Christian gets to grips with little Susie, Elley and Eric head off to explore some of Greenland's newly revealed ground, in an area that could bring the miners much-needed gold if Ray's claim fails to pay out.
Greenland is covered with huge glaciers, and with a lot of global warming that's happening, the glaciers are starting to melt, which means you get new land that no one's ever touched.
Our whole idea here is to come out and to prospect places that have never been prospected before. There could be a massive deposit right underneath our feet.
Elley and Eric's last attempt to find a rich gold seam was unsuccessful and dangerous.
You guys see the rope is like frayed, right? Ow! Oh, I totally punctured my hand.
And tensions between them began to show.
What are we looking at here?
Do you not think that that's gold?
Looks silvery to me.
Really? Are you a freaking idiot? The fact that he didn't know what it was really made me question immediately if he even knew what gold looked like.
For their next prospecting expedition, Elley and Eric are traveling almost 200 miles by boat to hunt for gold in Littenau Fjord on the eastern edge of the Nanotelic Gold Belt. Knowing their intentions during the pair's last expedition, their guide Salik starts the journey with a traditional meal to try to set this prospecting trek off on the right foot.
This is the fins of the hooded seal.
Wow.
The dried cod, the minke whale, pork.
All right, so this is pingy whale, you said?
And you dropped it on the ground.
The ground is clean here. It's Greenland. Everything's clean. The water, the air.
Our guide's family had prepared a beautiful Greenlandic dinner for Eric and myself. And Eric was dropping food. He was talking with his mouth open. It was extremely embarrassing and really, really pathetic.
Yeah, take some of this along with it.
Oh, in my mouth at the same time?
Yep.
It's tough to chew.
Well, it wasn't fishy till that came in. It's the most fishy thing I ever had in my life.
I don't get the fishiness. It doesn't taste fishy. And this is coming from a mostly vegetarian person. You're aware of that, right? Yeah. I'll eat the fish, but this isn't horrible at all.
You should
You
try this
need
one.
to suck it up.
You need to stop talking for a second.
You need to grow a pair, man. This isn't bad.
When Elley told me to grow a pair, it was a long line of many rude things she's done, and she's just incapable of being kind to people, especially me.
I did. Yeah, okay, you gotta do it, dude.
Oh, man.
I did it 2-3 times, so.
Okay.
I think you
You need
actually
to
like
stop
it.
talking to me for a minute.
Wow.
I'm tired of you being disrespectful.
Oh, I'm totally being disrespectful, dude. Eat up.
Constantly, you are. Well, Elley does what she does best, which is get under my skin. She brings the worst out of people. She brings the worst out of me.
We're having adventures of a lifetime. And all he can do is taint the situation by getting his feelings hurt after being told you need to grow a pair. And if you are too sensitive and you can't hack it, maybe you don't need to be here.
Team leader Ray decided to set up camp and mine in this part of Greenland because of its huge gold mining potential. But the claim is about 250 acres, larger than 180 football fields, so finding the best place to mine is a massive challenge. Warm temperatures have drawn out swarms of mosquitoes, so as twins Kimberly and Tiffany head out to prospect, they're armed with mosquito nets, as well as their pans and metal detector. Today, they're trekking to the north of the claim to hunt for gold amongst the boulders.
I just follow her around and just dig up whatever goes off and pan it out.
We love to bring out our metal detector. It's a quick and easy way to find gold. We found plenty of nuggets in the past.
You could see right here where it's going towards the gold bar. If it's gold, it's going to be towards the gold bar. If it's iron, it's going to be towards this, it looks like an iron nail. Iron will be here, gold will be here.
The Californian twins, who are also professional singers, are willing to use every trick in the book to make this claim pay. And tough experiences back home are driving them forward.
Growing up for us was hard, you know. Single mother, she worked 2 jobs, so we hardly ever seen her. It was just hard, and I don't want that for my daughter.
It was hard. All of us had to work as soon as possible to make sure that we had food on the table. You know, my mom was very proud, so she had 2 jobs. She didn't want to accept any government help. Finding gold here will allow me to take care of her properly, like I should.
Did I move it? Ooh, that sounds really promising. Hopefully it'll just be a little pocket of gold.
The only downfall to this is that sometimes it'll pick up hot rocks, highly mineralized rocks.
Like this one.
Hot rocks are iron-rich rocks or stones, like magnetite or pyrite. They can cause false signals by creating a magnetic field as the detector is swept across them.
Yeah, check that out. You want me to pan it? All right. Here, you hold that.
We got a positive signal that might signify gold.
So what we do, you just dig it up, pan it out. Well, I see something on this, but I don't know if it's pyrite. My pyrite looks different in California. Yeah, I think that's just pyrite. That's a hot rock. And I'm not gonna pan hot rocks all day long.
Metal detecting may not be right for this area. Might be too many hot rocks around here, Kim.
Yeah. We've been getting some really good signals from the metal detector, but unfortunately, there's a lot of hot rocks in the area. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to go old school, maybe read the river?
Yes, old school is no fool.
70 miles east of the claim, Elley and Eric are speeding through Littenau Fjord at the eastern end of the infamous non-metallic gold belt.
As the glaciers recede, they have exposed this gold belt. And what I mean is there is a giant quartz vein that has gold inside it. There could be a bonanza like they found in California in the 1800s. And that's what I am looking for.
The Nortalik means the land of polar bears. So I could also be the first geologist to possibly be attacked and eaten by a polar bear whilst trying to find gold.
Polar bears are wandering around out there. They're one of the most dangerous predators in the entire world.
You guys ready? Yeah. Let's go. If the polar bear should come, the other guys are scouting the area and will call me on the radio. And then if it gets too close, I will approach it and try to scare it off with my gun. Okay? Mm-hmm. I won't shoot directly at the polar bear. I'll try to scare it away. Let's go.
Awesome.
There is concern and legitimate fear and threats from these polar bears. We haven't seen one yet, but polar bears can happen at any time.
Trying to pan, knowing that a polar bear could be charging behind my back at any minute is freaking terrifying. But I know that Salik has a gun, he has our backs, and he's keeping watch. Doesn't make it any less scary, but I'm trying to stay focused and get the gold.
This little spot's perfect, this little groove. Look, it's created its own natural steps. Something right in here would be good. Something in this area too.
It's so remote out in the Littenau Fjord, and it hasn't been prospected thoroughly. We could just pan, a pan full of nuggets. You know, the stories where you have like a 100-ounce pan just full of gold. The possibilities are endless.
Really try to make that sand drop because I really want to see how much we can get in this area.
All right, so I'll slow down my panning. So
watching Eric's panning skills, I highly doubt his ability to prospect. He's too erratic, he's too quick, he's too jumpy. The way he pans gold, he's more likely to lose gold than actually find anything.
I think we might have a different definition of slow.
There was no gold in the pan at the first panning site, and we came a long way to get here, so things really need to improve quickly.
But the differences between Elley and Eric's prospecting styles aren't the only thing that could prove to be a problem.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
We saw the fresh polar bear tracks that kind of remind you that they are there and this threat is real.
Yeah, so to walk this direction, yeah. Literally the potential risk of a 1,200-pound animal running at you at any moment around these rocks and glaciers, the risk is absolutely huge. If that was to happen, we would have no way out.
Elley and Eric are prospecting for gold in dangerous polar bear territory, and the discovery of fresh tracks makes the threat of an imminent attack all too real.
That's a big nug to attack us. Maybe it's the mother and
the cub. Oh.
So the polar bears swimming here and get up here.
Go that way?
Maybe they are sleeping here.
There's a huge pressure with the polar bears. You have to keep that threat in your mind, and that helps protect the gold here. I mean, that's a terrifying threat. We'll grab a little bit of this and just take a quick look. Ray gets over 5 grams a day sometimes mining stuff like this. That's enough to take a look. This would be too easy if the gold was right here. Yeah, I don't see any color. That's okay. There's a lot more spots it could be.
Back at the mining claim, on the rocky shore of southern Greenland's Unoktak Fjord, gold miner Christian is getting to grips with little Susie, the excavator the whole team is relying on to haul gold out of the earth.
Trying to get us a holding pond dug here. That way we have a place for our water to settle.
A holding pond is a crucial reservoir that is used to feed water to mining equipment.
Got me a boulder.
Without one, the team can't scale up their mining or turn a profit.
What the heck, man? Where's the teeth on this thing? Man, we need bigger toys than this. I'm trying my darndest with this little excavator here, but man, it feels like this could snap off at any moment trying to move these big ass boulders.
Preston, how's it digging?
This is a Tonka toy. I played with bigger Tonkas when I was 5. I think we were afraid of where we're going to be hitting some of these big rocks, and the closer I got to the creek here, the bigger the rocks.
We're gonna have to get some bigger equipment. That ain't big enough hole.
I know, man. It's like using a teaspoon.
Everybody's looking at me. I'm the boss, I'm the leader, and I don't have the right equipment. I'm just trying my darndest to figure out what to get and where I'm gonna get it. Just go ahead and keep on digging this hole. So that way we got a little bit of water storage. Keep stacking it off and we can come back in here and test this as you go. It starts and ends with me, and right now I'm just kind of at a loss as to what to do.
Deep in polar bear territory, prospectors Elley and Eric are hunting for signs that there's gold in newly exposed terrain. If they find it, it could be a crucial alternative if Ray's claim doesn't pay off.
The awesome thing about Greenland is gold can be anywhere. We have no idea how much gold is here. There could be absolutely nothing, or a bonanza.
These are indicator minerals of gold. You get your magnetites, your irons and stuff like that. And that's where a lot of the gold is going to be.
Elley and Eric start prospecting with high hopes. But as the day wears on, tensions between them begin to rise to the surface once again.
Working with Elley, I'll be honest, has been difficult. You know, she likes pretty rocks. I like gold. I'm actually going to try to crush these rocks like a mini load operation. Let's see here. This might not work. Well, actually, that worked pretty well.
Do you want to borrow my hammer?
No, actually, this is working pretty well.
Okay. You do you.
He kept smashing rocks together with rocks. So I offered him my rock hammer because don't squish your fingers. If you break something, you're no help to the team. He absolutely refused the rock hammer, didn't want any help. He's literally taking rocks. He acted like a caveman.
It's nearing the end of the miners' first full day working their claim. Christian is attempting to dig a holding pond in the tough Greenlandic soil. But it's a near impossible task with a tiny rusting excavator.
This is gonna take forever. I could probably get out and dig a hole faster than this thing does.
Despite Christian's frustration, his shallow hole gives the miners their first chance to test for gold beneath the surface of the claim.
If I could find gold right here in this pile, that's money in my pocket, money in her pocket. He's down a foot, so just wanted to see what he's got since he's digging right there. And we got water right here. We may as well throw a pan in it. Better yet, we're throwing 2 pans.
That's right.
That's right. Sure is a lot of magnetite in here.
Yeah.
I mean, gold's associated with it, but I just like to see a lot more than I'm seeing in there. 1 or 2 specks of gold's not enthusing me compared to like 50. We ain't got a lot of time out here, but you know, we're just gonna have to keep testing. And
there's gold here, not as much as I'd hoped, but it's just a matter of time, yards, and energy, and I'm gonna get it.
In southeastern Greenland, after a fruitless day of prospecting, miners Elley and Eric are preparing to spend the night in Littenau Fjord. There is no place to sleep on their boats, so erecting tents on the beach is their only option. But this area is full of danger. The weather can turn quickly, and it is a hunting ground for polar bears. The apex predators have extraordinary night vision, and during summer months, if they hunt, it will be at night.
The Nortalik means the place where bears live, and we're sleeping here.
I'm really excited to be camping here tonight. At the same time, I'm kind of scared to death.
This is a polar bear area, so we have our dog with us. If the dog starts barking, you guys stay in your tent, and only when we tell you, you can come out of the tent.
Okay, don't move when we hear the dog bark.
Yeah, just
Stay
relax
there.
and don't panic.
Okay.
If a polar bear comes here, we will scare it away. We'll do anything we can not to kill the polar bear.
After listening to our guides, the threat and danger of polar bears in our camp is all too real. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to sleep comfortably tonight.
Have you guys camped here before yourselves?
Never in the land, because it's dangerous. When we're here, we're always sleeping in the boats.
So what you're saying is that we're stupid and reckless for doing this.
Now we are 5 people that know how to handle situations like that. And we have the dog, which I actually trust more than any one of us.
No one camps out here, and we're camping out here. At any moment, a polar bear could come charging down the hill, and you can barely react in time. You have to keep that threat in your mind. So yeah, it's something you got to think about, and if you don't have a healthy level of fear, you should.
Has this dog seen polar bears before here?
Yep. The dog is really, really good. And what it does, it plays around with the polar bear and gets it far away from the camp.
After speaking with the Greenlandic guides, they just saw 4 polar bears out here just a few weeks ago. So the threat is real. This is the risk we're taking for the team to try to find a backup location to dig. But winter's coming. We need to find some better ground soon.
Our first line of defense is a dog. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. If a polar bear comes waltzing into camp and the dog is not doing his job, I might not be here tomorrow to do mine.
For the second day running, Ray and Christian have been trying to dig a holding pond, but so far, their excavator hasn't been able to dig deep enough and may not last till nightfall, let alone the end of the mining season.
Well, it's painfully obvious that this excavator is just not going to do it, but for now, it's just going to have to do. With any kind of luck, though, it might get down to the clay layers that I keep hearing around here. These clay layers should and could have the gold I'm going to be looking for.
When Ray finds the gold-bearing clay layer, he is determined to extract the gold in an environmentally responsible way. Instead of using chemicals, Ray will wash the gold out of the clay using a sluice box, which he's brought with him from his home in Alaska.
Set up right here and run this way. We'll figure out the closest we can get.
That'll work. A sluice box was actually designed to put some kind of a capturing material in the bottom. Way back when Jesus Christ was around, they would actually use sheep skin. You take the sheep, you know, you get all the meat off of it, and then you got the fur, and you'd run the dirt over top of the fur, and the fur would grab the gold. You know, the golden fleece. It's the same principles they've been doing for hundreds of years.
But before they can wash the gold out of the clay, Ray and Christian first need to hit the clay layer.
I was kind of hoping to see some clay coming through this, but it's going down about as deep as that little excavator can go. Hey, Chris, go ahead and dig that out. Come here. How about we pop this mat out here to give it a quick bend and see what kind of colors we get. This poor little excavator's just not cutting the mustard. I may as well test these shallower layers as I'm coming down. But if I do find gold at these shallower depths, it's going to save me a bit of money. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Oh, maybe me and Christian will get lucky here.
Just give me 10 colors, just 5 colors. I don't care at this second. I want to see some shiny. Dang.
Well, that sucked. You know, ran what little bit of dirt I can find out of that excavator, and there ain't nothing in the sluice. You know, this far into the season, it's just a disaster. It's not good. I'm gonna have to figure out a solution to fix it. Don't know exactly what I'm gonna find, but I've gotta try something different because this ain't gonna happen.
Elley and Eric are deep in one of the most dangerous areas in southern Greenland. They camped out overnight in polar bear territory, with 5 guards and a dog on constant alert.
I didn't sleep barely at all. And I think I woke up at probably 5 a.m. because I heard the dog, I think, move. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it.
Pretty hardcore sleeping in an area full of polar bears where people don't usually sleep, but now it's time to prospect for some gold.
Going into the second day in Littenau Fjord, Elley and Eric's prospecting time is running out. They're heading for the last and most dangerous area that Elley has researched.
If we don't find anything here, I have to go back to Ray empty-handed. And I can't accept that. This needs to pay off.
We've come so far to get out here, and it's really important that we succeed for the team. So we don't have a lot of time. We need to do whatever it takes today to find some better ground to dig.
I think let's try just right over here. Black sand is pretty chunky. Check that out. I mean, those are all good signs, but where's the babies? Oh, we're right on this gold belt too, and I don't know why there's nothing here right now.
But there's that bedrock shelf up there.
I know it'd be good, but I don't think safely we can get up there.
Honestly, I want to just run up real quick and grab something.
I'd ask Salik to make sure that he feels comfortable with you doing
Hey,
that.
Salik, you know, I'm a little clumsy at times, but just wandering up there along the vegetation to get up on that ledge.
Which one?
You are aware that there are huge dangers here. If you slip and fall on a slippery rock and you break something, you can't get a helicopter out of here, dude. You're probably gonna die. Yeah, one of those rocks could kill us, so.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh.
Elley and Eric have a last chance to find a rich seam on the treacherous slopes of the Gold Belt. Neither wants to go back to the team empty-handed, so Eric tries a last-ditch attempt by scaling a steep and dangerous slope to a bedrock shelf he thinks could turn their fortunes around.
When Eric decided to run up the hill and rocks were falling down, I'm like, oh crap, even the smallest rock hitting you in the head can kill you.
This is actually a little more dangerous than I thought it would be.
Yeah, one of those rocks could kill us, so.
Yeah, good call, Salik. I'm okay. Pan this out real quick, look for some color. I went up there. Yeah, I guess a rock goes down the hill. That's what rocks do. But yeah, I don't know if she'll freak out about anything. I'm shocked there isn't more black sand in here. There's nothing.
Eric going off the wall scares the crap out of me. It's like, dude, curb your attitude. Take your pride down a notch. And if you can't do that, maybe you don't need to be here.
I went up there, I took a risk. I do this stuff all the time. Elley can blow it out of proportion to make herself feel important, but you know what? She's just a wannabe in the end of the day.
It's not just Elley and Eric that are feeling the pressure. Team leader Ray and vehicle specialist Christian are disappointed in their own lack of progress.
Well, one thing I know for sure, man, we got to go deeper and further on up.
Yeah, I got to agree with you.
And at the other end of the claim, Kimberly and Tiffany found nothing but iron using their gold detector. With Greenland's short mining season slipping away, the Californian twins hope that prospecting in the claim's river will pay off.
Yeah, this looks good. What happens is when the river turns, it slows down, and all of the heavy gold will get pushed to the part where it starts to slow down at. And this looks like a spot that looks promising. When you see quartz like that, that's definitely promising. Gold and quartz run together usually. You want to pan this and see what happens? That's a nice little spot to pan over there.
The white sand is really light. You want to see the black sand. There's hardly even any black sand. I see a little bit, but not a lot. There's one speck, but
I did think I was going to find more gold here. But, you know, if gold was easy to find, everybody would do it, right?
On the shore of Littenau Fjord, Elley and Eric's prospecting expedition is over. For the second time in a row, they have failed to find the gold that the team desperately needs.
This has been so disappointing because not only did we not get gold out here, but also the dynamic between Elley and I has gotten even worse. So I'm gonna do my best right now to try to fix the situation between she and I. Hey, Elley.
Whoa.
Sorry. I just wanted to talk to you about something. So,
You know, when we started out this trip, everything was obviously, you know, pretty good between us. We had good conversations on the airplane to Greenland. That was great. But I should have communicated with you the whole time when you said things that I perceived were kind of demeaning. So I just ask that, you know, just maybe be a little kinder to me.
I would love to know these examples of me hurting your feelings.
Frankly, you told me to grow a pair in front of everybody the other day.
And then what did you say to me? You need to shut your face when you're talking to me.
Let's just be amicable to each other. Let's be friendly and let's be kind to each other and realize who we are as people. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Yeah. If you have a problem, the minute you have a problem with somebody, you know what you do? You have what's called a crucial conversation. And you pull them aside and say, hey, this specific thing that you said bothered me, and you attack it right then and there. You don't let this thing build up or whatever.
This has been a hard expedition. This has been a dangerous expedition. Greenland is stressful and overwhelming. Eric needs to grow up and grow some thicker skin and fast.
Running up that hill, what were you thinking? Just barreling up the hill. So, but I'm supposed to respect you, right?
Your tone is nasty.
Okay, well, you know, if you're that sensitive and that intimidated by me, don't put me down to make yourself feel better.
Elley and Eric have had a major disagreement. The pressure of being in dangerous territory, together with not finding gold, has got to them both.
I just don't think we can get along. I hate to say it. It really hurts me to say that because it just keeps me up at night, all this friction between us. I pulled Elley aside because I made an attempt to try to correct the broken link in this team, but it went terribly wrong. She's incredibly insulted. I don't think there's any coming back from this, unfortunately. We're just two different people.
I'm sure you're a good gold miner. I'm sure you know how to find gold when somebody tells you it's there. But prospecting in a new area, I really don't believe you have what it takes to do that. You don't have the geologic knowledge to even be out here. And I'm sorry to say that, and I'm sure you're good at what you do. So thank you for this conversation, but I need to pack up and leave.
Well, that went way worse than I thought it would. A lot worse.
I really appreciate it when people actually apologize, but I have no idea what Eric was trying to do. Especially since we have found nothing this trip. This was the wrong time for a chat.
I was hoping this trip would bring us together and fix that brokenness between us, but it looks like it just made it worse.
We have an 8-hour trip back through glaciers, and I definitely need to be on a different boat from Eric. Honest to God, I need to be as far away from that human as possible.
Elley and Eric's relationship is in tatters, and their guide, Salik, is forced to tell Ray, who is on a supplies run to a nearby village with the rest of the team.
This is damn disappointing. For them to have a blow-up, it's gut-wrenching. To completely lose their decorum is, well, it's unacceptable. We're all here supposed to be professionals. This really chaps my I had a little bit of worry about Eric, but unfortunately, things escalated a lot faster than that.
He did not get along with her, and he is trying, and he is trying.
Well, he's not trying hard enough. The job is we're here to make gold. We're Americans here by the grace of God.
I'm just extremely shocked and disappointed.
Well,
I am too.
This is just this is ego.
I tried to talk with Eric. I heard a little bit of his complaints, but you know, you only can talk to somebody so much and hope to take in what you're trying to convey to him and express to him.
Well, it takes two to tango, so we don't know what Elley said either. So we can't just blame it all on Eric. I don't know what the argument was.
It's true.
So we can't
just
blame it all on him.
Yeah, I'm not going to say they're both at fault.
Yeah.
They're both at fault. If they don't pull their head out, they're going to be off the team.
Hearing the news of them arguing, oh my gosh, highly disappointing. I mean, we're all adults. It should have never happened.
We've all come out here giving up so much, and to have it blown this fast, possibly, it's heartbreaking.
This flat pisses me off. I mean, literally, I've been working 6 days a week for months trying to get ready for this. They can take their dreams and shove them, but I don't want them to stomp on mine.
Ray is seriously worried about the effect that Elley and Eric's argument will have on the mission, and the team leader decides to speak to them as they make a stop on their way back to the claim.
Eric?
This is Elley. Eric's right beside me.
Yeah, I'm here.
What the hell's going on down there? I mean, I ain't got time for this. You know, we've got a fortune wrapped up in this. This is not gonna cut it, guys. Christian, Kimberly, Tiffany, I mean, they're all just devastated.
This is unacceptable that they feel disrespected.
You're gonna get this damn trip done, get your back here, and I'll send somebody else on the damn expedition.
I really feel really bad about, you know, the energy of the moment.
When you get back, we're gonna have to talk this through. Get your together, act like professionals. There's a lot on the line. I don't care how big your egos are, and I want to hear nothing but I'm sorry and I apologize and this will never happen again. You think you have the right people for the job and all they do is in your Cheerios. I ain't got time for this crap. Hey, Christian.
Great night for a fire. Oh. By the sound of that, it sounds like you got something heavy on your mind.
Yeah, we're spending an awful lot of money, and I'm still not sure 100% what's the best way to get the equipment and the fuel and everything out here. Hearing about Elley and Eric down there in that damn polar bear region.
I can't believe that they blew up on each other like that.
Not sure what the hell to do about the situation.
I hate to say it, but man, we gotta treat them like children, because that's what they're acting like.
Yeah. Been a long, long day.
Next time on Frozen Gold.
And I get back to camp, and this was my welcome.
I feel like she's been berating me and belittling me.
I need them to be focused on the gold, not on their personal problems.
Wait, it's very small, but it's there.
We're gonna have to go deep, deep.
This will dig a deeper hole.
There she goes, there she goes. That means we can go get some gold, Ray.
One step closer to Greenland gold.